Let me tell you something. I had a bad day today, but I learned my lesson. I learned something new that I didn't know. My sister Virginia, who went to the supermarket with me, was teaching me that lesson. I had a bad day today. Sometimes we have bad days, don't we? We want to be happy and we smile, we dance, we sing. I would wake up every morning to make breakfast. I would sing around the house. I would dance. You come by myself. Everybody's sleeping. I try to make breakfast for everybody and just because I'm a nice guy. And so what I do is I go around the house singing and dancing. I'm by myself. And he wants to sleep. And so I had a good day. Every day I do this. Today, wow. It's one of those days, right? When you're happy and good lucky and you walk around having fun with a smile. Today, I went to the supermarket with my sister Virginia. And we went shopping for a lot of food and cookies and cakes and candies and grits and cheesesteaks. I was making cheesesteaks. You go to my videos, you see that I have a video of making cheesesteaks. And everything was happy. I was happy going to the market. Then I went to the market. People didn't say excuse me. They try to knock you over with their shopping cart. They don't care if they hit you or not. That's the kind of people they were, and you know, because you go to our supermarket often, and you know how they are. So you let it go, and you get mad inside yourself. Inside yourself you get mad. You say to yourself, "Man, these people are really rude and all that." But you don't say anything. You just keep it inside you. So little by little, I was getting mad. I haven't been mad for a long time. I'm usually a mellow, happy fellow. And I went to the supermarket. Then my sister went shopping with a cart on her own. We separated. I went to get I was looking at the jellies. You go to my video, you see that I'm looking at the jellies. The apple jelly, the grape jelly, and everything. And I had a lot of things in my hand. Lots of other things in my hand. And I was looking for my sister. I said, "Where's she at?" You have things in your arm, in your hand from the supermarket, and it's going to fall, and you hope it doesn't break. The jars don't fall. The jars of jelly don't fall on the floor and crack in front of everybody. It's embarrassing. So I'm walking real fast with all this jelly and other jars and cans I have in my hand, looking for my sister with the cart. I looked in every aisle. I couldn't find her. Every aisle. I looked about 2 or 3 times. I said, "Where can she be?" And so many people in your ways with the cart knocking you over and try to push themselves in front of you. And I was emotional and little by little. But then eventually I found my sister. Then we went to pay for the food. We went to the island to the cashier, and we paid for the food. And we had a lot of food. We have a whole cart full of food. You see my videos, you know that I showed a cart full of food in my video. And what happened is that my sister went to get the car, so she can bring the car over, so I can take all the food out the cart and put it put the bags in the food bags in the car. My sister went far away to the other side of the parking lot. You can see her like a straight line from where I was because my cart couldn't leave the supermarket. That's the kind of supermarket. See, I go to different supermarkets, all kinds of supermarkets. Today, I happen to have gone to a supermarket where you can take the cart out, the shopping cart out. So I'm looking at my sister far away, getting into the car, walking slowly as she possibly can, open the car door as slowly as she can, and you feel it's like a straight line, and she's far away in the distance in the parking lot. And I'm looking at her, and guess what happened? The car wouldn't start. The car wouldn't start. She tried and tried. I was far away waiting for her to come, but she couldn't because the car wouldn't start. I was looking at her. It was freezing cold outside. I was outside waiting for her to come with the car. And then she opened the car door. She walked slowly towards me, very slowly towards me. And I'm impatient. I said, "Hey, it's cold out here." And then she came to me and says, "The car won't start." I said, "What do you mean the car won't start?" I was very emotional for all the people that tried to knock me over and all that. The car wouldn't start. I was oh my goodness. I tried to hold my anger in, and stuff like that. And then we call some family members who have cars. I call them on my phone to come pick us up, and they all say no. What do you mean no? They were very rude. Say no, we're not coming to get you. We're busy. We got things to do. We're not going to go and get you. I said, oh man. And so my sister went back to the car to try to get it started again. You know, sometimes you have to wait for the car a certain time. I said, oh man, I lost hope. And I was getting mad and mad and mad. She went back to start the car again. She was the car wouldn't start. The car wouldn't start. And then she says, and then she walked towards me again, very slow as she can be. And it's cold outside. She told me the car wouldn't start. And then she said, I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to try something. I said, Virginia, if it doesn't work the first and second time, and it's not going to work the third time, maybe the third time is not going to work too. I don't know. Sometimes the car gives me trouble. Sometimes the car has its own personality. You ever seen people when they talk that way? The car has its own personality. I was laughing. What do you mean the car has its own personality? If it ain't worked the first and second time, it's not going to work the third time. She told me, oh, but the car has feelings. What do you mean the car has feelings? I said, oh, the car knows that we have to go home with the bags, and the car's mad. What do you mean the car's mad? And so I'm getting mad. I'm waiting in the cold wind, and the cold day, and the cold wind with a shopping cart full of food, and just talking about the car's human. And so and I was laughing at her. And I was mad, and I was laughing at the same time. And they said, oh, we're in trouble, man. How are we going to get home with all this food? Nobody's going to pick us up and everything. And then she slowly went to the car, far, far away the same way, far, and very slow and far away. And she opened the door, and she sat in the car, and she tried to get the car started. And I say, what's wrong with her? How can the car start the third time? The car has no feelings. The car has no personality, nothing. And guess what happened? The car started. I don't know whether to get mad or laugh. The car started, and I was laughing. Oh my goodness! Maybe the car does have feelings. And we loaded the bag. And then my sister was saying to me when we were loading the bag in the car, you got to be careful with your emotions. It's going to get the best of you. What do you mean emotions? Well, when you went to market, you were kind of rude. You were rude with the cashier. No, I wasn't. I wasn't rude. You were, and you're a little rude with me. Oh, I'm sorry if I was rude with you, but the car has no personality. And I was like, one of those days. Sometimes you have funny days, but it's a mixture of days. When you're in a bad mood, out of nowhere, and then you laugh at the same time. I didn't know whether to be mad or laugh. And then to make things worse, the people who were supposed to pick us up, but say, no, we're not going to pick you up, being lazy and no good, they didn't help carry the bags up the steps. Nothing. And when I unload all the goodies, the cookies, the candy, all the good stuff, the chips, they want to eat all the food. They ran to the food, but they didn't pick us up when the car was stuck. They didn't help carry the bags up. I was disappointed of some family members. I was really in a bad mood today, but sometimes you have to laugh at things. So I guess the car has a personality after all. I want to say. So that's what happened. So you got to look at things the way things are. Eh? You have to watch out for those days, when you wake up and you're having a good time and you're laughing and singing, and then things go bad out of nowhere. You have to decide whether you're going to be grumpy and mad or what. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you just get mad. The day is emotional. But it's good to laugh it off. And my sister, if it wasn't for that personality and the car have feelings and the car starting, I would have been 100% mad. But I was laughing crazy when the car started. All right. I'm going to let you all go now. Remember, you're going to have one of those days. you're happy and then you're sad and you're in a bad mood. Things happen. You got to look. You got to look at the bright side and try to look for funny things throughout the day. Make yourself laugh. And that was funny with the car. All right, I'm gonna let you all go now. Over and out. Come to you from the city where I live. Over and out. Bye bye.